about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is a champion, but he said, growing up, I never thought about titles. I just wanted to be the best player I could be. When I got to the league, I was listening to all the noise, and it was taking control of my mind. For me, mentally, I have to just focus on my craft. Guys, the results have flown since then.
Clearly. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Wing pairing, it's Harden and Harris. And it's Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, front court filled in by Green at 3 and Harris at the 4. MP is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Embiid in at the center position. And Doris, we saw with the bubble how jarring a long break can be before the playoffs.
Well, we certainly hope the bubble was a once-in-a-lifetime event for the NBA. The one thing you're thrilled about, Kevin, was that they were able to eventually crown a champion.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Now Irving. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. The pass to MP, and MP throws it down.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Durant trying to break free, and Harden with the basket on the assist by Irving.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here's MP. His last outing with 20 points. 5 to shoot. They kick it out to Green. Here's Milton. Off target with his 3. And here are the Nets. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Here's Irving. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. KD's shot is off.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. From the wing. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And the dunk by MP.
That's the finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Now, here is Irving. To the inside. And the rejection by MP. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kevin Durant.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Shoot 2. Free throw good, MP. The 76ers making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. That one is no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 3. Harden against Green. KD with the bucket.
A little bit of finesse against the physicality. Kevin Durant doing work.
Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Here is Harden. 76ers getting the bucket. Back to Irving. And it's off from three-point range.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Andre Drummond showing you I am a vertical threat at the cup. Look out.
Now here's Harden, defended by Milton. Here's Durant. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. KD's got his second bucket of the night. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Indoors, you can feel Andre Drummond's presence all over the floor, but it's really on the glass where he is truly at his most dominant.
He is nearly unmatched in terms of his rebounding ability. This guy is a multi-time league leader in that stat. He works so hard to secure possessions for his team.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Simmons checked in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. And Maxey subbed in for Shake Milton. And then for Brooklyn, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Millsap comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris.
Boy, you love to see this level of awareness from a big like Drummond. How about that feed to his teammate?
Irving looking over the floor. Here's Aldridge. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
Passes it to Drummond. Here's Maxey. That one a tad off onto the right, but drops in for him.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Irving against MP. With the shot. Irving can't hit.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
MP, good.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Irving attacking. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Well, we know Simmons can do this. At 6'11", I don't know that anyone in the league has his vision.
Now, here is Irving. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Irving's got his second basket.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And plenty of scoring on this team, but Kyrie Irving knows he's always got the green light.
Coach just wants me to be aggressive, to set the tone early in the game, and that kind of sets up all my teammates and sets the standard for the rest of the game and how I want the game to go.
Agreed. And for an NBA defense, Sixers with a completely new group now. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Millsap. Kevin Durant comes in for Kyrie Irving. And Harris subbed in for James Harden. Greg, you played on one of college basketball's all-time super teams. Hard to imagine we'll see that kind of dominance over several seasons like you guys had at UNLV.
It's true, and we still see dominant teams, but the difference is now the most talented teams tend to only play together for one season, and so that makes it really hard to run together stretches where you can call yourself a legitimate dynasty. But I still love where our game is and look forward to watching these young men chase their dreams.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Harris is out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. The Sixers have improved under Doc Rivers, who helped to define roles. Rivers said, I did that day one. We're playing through Joel, but Ben is the facilitator. Simmons said, Doc's holding everybody accountable. It's about staying focused and not getting distracted. We have to stay locked in. Kevin, back to you.
Well, they've got the talent for sure, D.A. Thank you.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
That's good from Green.
Guys, let's remember, Danny Green was waived not just once, twice, but I love that he didn't put his head down. And ultimately, he wins his first championship with the 2014 Spurs, and what a valuable piece he remains.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Now, here's Durant. Last game we saw him score 13. The kick out to Irving. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Harris.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
He's looking for MP and finds him.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
Irving with the ball. Right side Durant. Will it go? That shot is off. And it's Philadelphia the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Right at the free throw line. Drained for 2 points. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, smart play by Kyrie Irving. Just gets on the board in the mid-range.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. 76ers on top, leading by 17. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Down on the block, it's Harris and Embiid. Shake Milton is out there with MP, and it's Green in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered a big performance. He finished with 20 points, and he was adding defense as well with a lot of steals. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now the great thing about Durant, he gives you a lot of everything.
Yeah, it goes way beyond being versatile. This guy is a great shooter, an elite historical scorer, rebounder, passer, shot blocker, one of the most complete players in the history of the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Millsap comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Harris. Now, changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And MP subbed in for Curry. The Nets also changing it up. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Blake Griffin. And Durant subbed in for Brown. 76ers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
First team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, one shot.
Free throw good, MP. So it's Brooklyn now. It's a 14-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
One thing Irving's been doing more of, using his offhand in the lane to hit floaters, and even on jump shots.
This guy is so creative, so inventive, the ability to make last-second adjustments. And I mean that whether he's in the air, off his feet, or with his handle, his ability to keep defenders guessing is truly incredible.
Now, here's MP. 22 points for him. Inside, Korkmaz kicks to Drummond. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to KD. And finished off by KD.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. MP passes to Maxey. Back to MP. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now 24 points for MP.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
A shot's good from Claxton.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Andre Drummond with the bucket. Boy, we know this guy can score it.
Steps back and shoots. That one rolling around and rims out. Simmons passes to MP. Here's Korkmaz. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Philadelphia with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Nets trail by 14. On the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge, Harden out there with Harris, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Now, here is Harden. Durant down low. Great D that time from Green.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
And what a tremendous career for LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean, so many double-doubles. A rim protector, makes plays for others. Man, the list goes on.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Now, the other thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint. Plenty of their points coming from close range.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
MP passes to Embiid. Takes the 13-footer. It's stolen by Harris. Here we go, one-on-one. Kicks it out to Harden. And he gets it to go. 9 points for James Harden.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
MP dishes to Embiid. Back to MP. Basket counts. MP's got 26 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Durant. Again, the Nets for 2.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing, he was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Timeout called the 76ers. Endorse in the landscape of the NBA. There are those organizations that seem to have a hard time building a winner. What is it they lack, in your opinion, that's holding them back?
Well, success in any field of endeavor usually involves a multi-pronged effort. So in the NBA, it starts with ownership. Are they committed to winning? Then you have to look at your front office. Do they do a good job drafting talent? Do they understand what goes into team building and quality trades? To the head coach, how modern is he and what is his philosophy? Down to it's about the players ultimately. Do you have the stars that can drive winning?
And your Sixer, Nancy.
And the Nets may get a change here. Irving's checked in. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And there's the pass to MP. Fades away. Offensive rebound. And Embiid throws it down.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
It's the Nets now. Down by 12. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Harris. Outside Durant. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Some solid defense from Harris.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now here's Embiid. Back to MP. Embiid trying to break loose. And MP with the basket on the assist by Embiid. 28 points for MP.
And for a big man, Embiid sees the floor as well as any big. Recognizes when one of his guys has an opening for a shot.
Green against Durant. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's MP. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Nets trail by 14. Here's Harden. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And inside Harden is such a difficult cover. Get too close, and you know he'll cleverly draw a foul. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 14. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Now here's Durant. Irving from long range. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. That three off the mark. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Good. Milton trying to break free. And the dunk by MP.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the 76ers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat.
Here's Harden. That one, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Now here is Harris. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to MP. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 34 points for MP.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
So the 76ers win it. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us.